Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time watching, then welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this fun starry cut crease. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it's similar to a look that I recreated recently, and I'll show you the one that I'm thinking of. And I can't exactly remember who I recreated this from, so I'll make sure to pop their name on the screen as well. I've seen people do this style of cut crease with like a heart, basically just a heart shape and a circle shape. I hadn't seen any stars, and I'd been using my Bloodlust palette the other day, and then that night it just kind of came to me that I should do a look like this. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's really cool to see your look that you thought of like actually in the flesh. So if you guys would like to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so eyebrows, white eyeshadow base, and for this look I've just applied the base to the crease and up. I've brought it all the way up to the eyebrow because that's how high we're going to bring the eyeshadow, but nothing on the eyelids because we're not really putting anything there yet, so no need to worry about that just yet. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little template for my star. So I have these stickers, they're obviously just little gold stars, and I'm just going to find the right sized sticker to fit, you know, underneath my arch, in between my crease and my arch. Okay, so I've decided on this size. You can't really see too well, and so this has a little cutout in the middle, so I'm going to do the first star the size of the inner cutout. So I'm going to just place this on my eye, and then I'll show you guys what I do next. Okay, so you can see it's kind of hard to see, but I've stuck the star on there. I've done it on the other side as well, just so I can get the, you know, the placement of it right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with 3 colors. I think I might change my mind after, but at this stage I'm going in with 3. So I'll show you the shades that I'm using now just to make it easier. So I'm going in with this shade here called Dungeon, this shade here called Vivid Mood, and this shade here called Deviant. I'm going to kind of chop and change which brushes I'm using because I'm going to need a smaller brush for the first bit, and then as we get out a bit more I'm going to need like a larger brush. So first I'm going to take just like a little eyeliner brush, and I'm taking Dungeon, the darkest purple shade, and I'm popping this inside the sticker, so filling up that entire inside star with that Dungeon shade. Okay, so I've applied the darkest shade in the center of the sticker, and I've decided that I'm just going to do 2 colors for this look because I want there to be like a good contrast, and so you can really see the star shape as opposed to it just like blending out. So I'm just going to go in with Deviant next, the lightest purple shade. So I'm going to go in with a different eyeliner brush. I'm just going around the outside of the sticker now and just trying to make sure that this is, you know, stays as star shaped as possible. So just doing quite a thin line, but making sure the points are really pointed and, you know, the shape is there. Okay, so we've got the second purple star, and it's starting to look more like how I envisioned it, so my vision is coming to life. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to remove the sticker, and I'm just going to fill in where the sticker was. So there'll be like a gap from where the sticker was stuck on, and I want to fill that in to make it gap free. So I'm taking the darkest shade because I want that star to be slightly bigger, so I'm filling in that gap using the dark shade Dungeon and that small eyeliner brush, and just trying to keep the star shape as, you know, precise as possible. So I am going to do a mixture of dry eyeshadow, but I'm also going to wet my brush and make that a bit more of like a paint so that I can get the edges nice and precise, because then it's going to be more like a liner instead of, you know, an eyeshadow. Okay, so we've done that, so now we have the full base ready to finish off the crease portion of the eye anyway. I feel like I've been doing this for like an hour now. So you can see here what we've got going on, and Obviously the lighter purple isn't as, prominent, so you can't see that star as well as you can see the darker one. So what we're going to do next, and this is going to take some time, is I'm going to go in with the darker purple again, and I'm going to trace around that star shape and, do a third star on the eye. We're going to make the, different colors get thicker and thicker as it goes out. And basically what we're doing at the moment is just getting it on the eye first and just making sure that we have that shape in place, and then we can start to slightly blend these into each other. So we don't want this to be too blended, but we do want it to be, just slightly blended so that it looks more, like a tie-dye type effect. I'm doing this all the way out to, the inner and the outer section of the eye, and I'm going to basically use the eyebrow as like kind of my start and finish point. So once it reaches the inside of the eyebrow, then I'm going to start to blend it out, and once it reaches the outside part of the eyebrow, it's going to blend out there as well. So once we get to the outer and inner sections, we don't really need to be applying as much color, and we're just going to basically do more of a wash of color. Okay, so now we have the whole kind of basis of the look on that one eye. But what I'm going to do now that I've got all the colors on the eye is I'm just going to go back in with those same brushes and the same colors and just kind of blend them together a little bit, just to kind of diffuse the edges so it doesn't look so sharp. Okay, so I've finally finished the stars on the eyes, and I'm really happy with the way that it's looking. So I'm just going to keep moving on because I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out. So I'm going to take some Vaseline and a flat rounded concealer brush, and I'm using this to clear away the product that I've got on the eyelid. So I'm basically carving out the crease and bringing that up in a winged shape out towards, the tail of the eyebrow. And I'm just applying this Vaseline in the same way that I would apply the base if I was actually carving out the crease. But this is just going to loosen up the makeup, and then I'm going to go in with a cotton tip and wipe that away. Okay, so now the eyelid is prepped to cut the crease, and we've already got our template for where we're going to apply the base as well, so that's going to make everything a little bit easier. I'm going to be using concealer for this step because I want the eyelid to be, like a skin color. So I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Snow and a flat rounded concealer brush, and I'm just applying this in the same way that I use the Vaseline. So I'm applying this in patting motions so that I don't mix the eyeshadow in with the concealer, because like I said before, we want this to be like a skin color and I don't want it to be tainted with the purple. Winging it out in the outer corner of the eye, just making sure that we have an even layer across the entire eyelid. Now that I've got that nice and carved out, I'm just going to set that with some setting powder. I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Sugar Cookie. Okay, so that's the crease carved out, and I'm getting really excited now because it's almost done. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in with that same eyeliner brush that I was using for the dark purple, and I'm just going to spray some water on my brush, dip it into that Dungeon shade, and just use the eyeshadow wet like a liner to apply a winged eyeliner, to the eye. You want to make sure that the eyeshadow is not too wet when you put it on your eye, or else it'll spread. So you kind of want to get like a bit of a pasty consistency. It can be a bit of a trial and error thing with this, so just keep going until you find the right consistency, because you can always touch it up with concealer. Okay, so that's done. It's not the best winged eyeliner I've ever done, but I think it'll do. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to apply some of my P.Louise base to the under eye using that same concealer brush that I was using before, and then I'm going to smoke out the lower lash line using that Dungeon and Deviant shade, and I'm just going to use those same two mini eyeshadow brushes that I used in the crease, and I'm applying Dungeon, the darkest shade, first, and then blending that out with Deviant. Okay, so that is the look almost complete. I'm just going to go do my face makeup, and then I'll be back to finish off the rest of the look for you guys. Okay, next I'm going to be applying highlighter. So I'm going to be going in with my Lime Crime Mermaids highlight, and I'm going in with the purple shade Seashell, and I'm applying it with these two brushes. So the large angled brush for my face and the small pencil brush for around my eyes. So using that small pencil brush, I'm applying that mermaid shade to my tear duct area, and then using the angled brush, I'm applying that to my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Next, I'm going to add in some colour to my waterline. So I'm going to be using my NYX Vivid Brights cream colour in the shade Sugar Rush. And using an eyeliner brush, I'm just applying this to my waterline. Because it's such a dark and like heavy look, I just want to use a nude lipstick. So I'm going to be taking my MAC Retro Matte Lip Wear in the shade Lady Be Good. Okay, now the last thing left to do is just to apply mascara and eyelashes. So the lashes that I'm going to be using today are my XO Beauty Faux Mink lashes. These are in the style Cupid. I'm going to pop these on off camera and then I'll be back to show you guys the completed look. So here we have the completed look with the lashes. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It's really awesome to like think of a look in your head and like picture it, and then to be able to actually do it on your face and have it turn out really well is such a rewarding feeling. So I'm super excited about this one. I thought it up while I was laying in bed, which is where all of my good ideas come from. I really love it with the purple as well. I think it helps with the like kind of starbursty feel of it. Like I don't think it would look as good with a different color, although I am keen to try this out in a different color anyway, just to give it a go. It took me like 6 hours to do it all. The second eye was definitely a lot faster, so I'm hoping that next time I do it, it's going to be a lot faster again. But I definitely think it was worth it. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you do, then please thumbs up, and if you didn't, then give it a thumbs down, and if you did, then make sure you subscribe and tick that little bell button so you can get notified every time I post a new video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.